You know the feeling, right? You're scrolling through endless reviews just trying to figure out if that jacket actually looks as good in real life as it does on the model. Well, today we're going to cut through all that noise. We're breaking down a video review of a faux leather bomber jacket to find the details that truly matter before you even think about clicking Add to Cart. Let's get into it. So the very first thing the reviewer gushes about is the color. And listen, this isn't just a casual, oh, it's nice. It's absolute perfection. Right away, that tells you the jacket's biggest selling point is its visual punch. A deep wine color is also a fantastic choice for fall and winter. It just works so well with all those classic seasonal palettes. It immediately sets a really stylish high-end tone.
Okay, so let's start where the reviewer did, with the jacket's appearance and the material it's actually made from. You know, this is what creates that all-important first impression.
Now here's a pretty bold claim. The reviewer says this faux leather is just as good as the real deal. And that's a huge statement. It suggests the material has a really high-quality hand feel, that the texture and the weight are super convincing. For a faux leather to get that kind of praise, it means it probably mimics that subtle grain and sheen of genuine leather almost perfectly.
The reviewer is also really specific, calling this out for fall and winter. That tells us this isn't just some flimsy little fashion piece. It's actually designed to be worn when it's cooler out. And that context is so key. It reinforces why that rich wine color we just talked about is such a perfect anchor for an autumn or winter wardrobe.
All right, let's shift gears to the most practical, data-driven part of this whole thing. And honestly, this is the part that can make or break an online purchase, the fit. This is where we get the hard numbers.
Okay, this right here, this is the holy grail of a useful review. Seriously, the reviewer gives us her height, her weight, and her bust measurement and ties it all to a size small. This is so much more valuable than someone just saying, oh, it fits true to size. This is concrete data you can actually compare your own measurements to, and it takes so much of the guesswork out of the equation.
But honestly, the most critical piece of information here might be this little detail. The material has no stretch. For a structured piece like a bomber jacket, that's a total game changer. It means there's zero give in the fabric, so the fit you get across the shoulders and the chest has to be spot on. This one detail makes all that sizing data we just saw absolutely essential. It also tells you the jacket's going to hold that classic bomber shape, not just sort of drape over your body.
So, beyond the look and the fit, what about the jacket's actual features? The reviewer points out a few key details that really speak to the jacket's construction and how it'll hold up day to day.
So the reviewer highlights three things: a full silk liner, a front zipper, and pockets. Now these might sound kind of standard, but believe me, one of them is a surprisingly thoughtful detail that really elevates the whole jacket.
And yep, that high-value detail is the silk liner. The fact that it runs all the way through the sleeves is a huge sign of quality construction. It means you can easily slide the jacket on over a chunky sweater without all that annoying friction and bunching up. It's a small thing, for sure, but it makes a massive difference in how comfortable and practical the jacket is for layering in the fall and winter.
So, after breaking down the color, the material, the fit, and all those features, what's the final verdict? Let's put this all together and see what the reviewer's concluding thought was. The final verdict couldn't be more simple or direct. I love this. It's a great jacket. After going through all those specifics, it all just comes down to this enthusiastic, unqualified recommendation. You really can't get a clearer stamp of approval than that. So, as we've seen, a truly helpful review goes so far beyond a simple star rating. It's all in the details, the specific measurements, the feel of the material, those thoughtful little construction choices. In the end, it all comes down to what matters most to you.